Hey everybody, it's Jim T with Key, the realtor from BG, coming at you live from the White House in Bowling Green, Ohio. In today's segment of Marketwatch Report, we will be talking about Q3 results for 2020, Lucas County. That's Q3 2020, Lucas County, Ohio. Now, I know many of you are in a state of dismay and probably some depression with everything that's been going on with this COVID-19. But Jim T has some excellent news for you today, especially if you're a Lucas County resident or own real estate in Lucas County. It is a good day to be you because average home sale prices in Lucas County, Ohio have gone up by 9.2% year over year from Q3 of 2019. The average sales price in Q3 of 2020 is $170,296. In addition to that, median sale prices have also gone up by 10% to reach a median sale price of $143,000. Now what that means is if you take the most expensive house that is sold and the least expensive house that is sold and found the exact midpoint in Lucas County, it would be approximately $143,000. Now, some other interesting markers that are really driving these to go up in terms of sales price is the month supply. When we're talking about any commodity, whether it's real estate or gasoline or oil or gold, anything that has intrinsic value and there's limited supply of, supply will and demand ultimately will decide what value is. So in a normal real estate market where we're at equilibrium, meaning there's equal parts buyers as there are sellers, we should be sitting at about 4 to 5 months supply of inventory. Because 2020 has been such an interesting year, we are not getting the inventory that we need to satisfy demand, especially when we're seeing record low interest rates. A lot of people are being motivated right now to go and purchase a home if they haven't done so already. And for many people, it's more affordable this year to try to purchase a home, even with home prices going up, than it was the same time last year, just because of how low interest rates are. So this is driving the month supply down. If we look over here at the market activity graph, in 2018, Q3 of 2018, there was approximately 1,953 homes for sale in Lucas County, whereas in Q3 of 2020, there's only 1,229. And this by itself is kind of meaningless until we get here. Now, the jump between how many fewer homes there were for sale in 18 to 19, but yet there was still approximately the same level of closed sales, means that people are willing to pay more money for the same inventory that was there just a year before. So we in 2019 started depleting the inventory reserves that were here just from the year prior. Maybe some houses that were having a difficult time selling have now sold and cleared the path for other homes to be sold. And where I find it extremely interesting is in 2018 Q3, there was approximately, let's say, 2,000 homes for sale, and now there's only approximately 1,200 homes for sale. That's roughly half of the inventory that we had just 2 years ago. But when you look at the closed sales, we are now selling approximately 200 to 300 more homes this quarter than we did the same time in 2018. Again, this is an explanation of why this number is trending upward. Now, when we look at the historical median sale price graphs for Lucas County, what this shows us is the absolute highest point Lucas County had ever hit in the past decade was approximately Q2 of 2006. Let's call that figure 120,000 for all intents and purposes. Now, when we fast forward to Q3 of 2020, we have a far superior number. We are looking at almost 150,000 versus the 120 that Lucas County had ever hit at its highest of high points in the past decade or so. If we look here from 2006 to 2009, this was an interesting phenomenon during that time because this is when the banks crashed the market. There was nothing like it that we've ever seen and will likely to ever see again in our lifetimes. A lot of people are expecting, oh, well, the economy is going to crash due to COVID, blah, 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 blah. Probably not going to happen. Not to this extent. There are measures now in place like Dodd-Frank and RESPA that have made it nearly impossible for the banks to manage to do the same thing again. In fact, I think as a country we have learned a mighty powerful lesson from the crash of 2009 that we never want to repeat it again. So I think despite how divided we may be on politics sometimes, there's one thing that we can come together on, and that's our economy is important. And I believe should a event ever occur to where we would face catastrophe like that, both parties would work together to try to resolve it rather amicably and rather quickly. That's why I'm not concerned about what will happen post-COVID. If anything, most analysts are predicting that our economic rebound in 2021 will be led by housing. And what that means for all of you, I know I'm boring you with a lot of information, but what that ultimately means, the usable information to extrapolate from all of this, is if you have been on the fence about buying a house, now is the time to buy. We have never seen interest rates this low in a very, very long time. We will likely never see interest rates this low ever again. So, because interest rates are so low, even though housing is appreciating, which, by the way, is normal, you can now afford more house than you could just a year ago. And if you have been thinking about selling, what better time to move into that bigger house, or that smaller house, or that lake house, or the house in Florida that you wanted, than now? We will eventually see a downturn, like in normal markets. There's ups and downs. Usually first quarter is the weakest quarter in most times of the year. That's when it's minus 20 degrees out and 10 inches of snow. Who wants to move in that? But then we see the most popular, most powerful quarter here, midsummer. And that's when we see the majority of the listings coming onto the market. And that's when we also see bidding wars typically escalate. We're not seeing that right now. I mean, this is quarter three. Typically quarter three is a downturn, and we're going on an upturn. And you can read that however you would like, but the way that I'm reading it is for probably what's left of 2020 and into 2021, do not expect real estate prices to recede. If anything, I project that they're probably going to get even higher in Lucas County. So if you've been thinking about selling, it's an excellent time to take advantage of this record high seller's market. And if you've been thinking about buying, take advantage of the record low interest rates. People always ask, when's the best time to buy or sell a house? Right now, because we don't know what the future brings. So if it's feasible for you to do it, look at the people that did it back here in 2009. Don't you wish you were one of them? If you had bought, on average, a little under $60,000 during the worst of the worst in Lucas County, and now you're over here in 2020 selling at close to double or more than double that, you're doing just fine. Real estate typically is a safe investment. Most people see it as a safe investment because for the most part real estate appreciates in value and it's something that you need. Everybody has to live somewhere. So you might as well live in an investment, something that will continue to appreciate in value for you hopefully down the road, and you can use it as a savings account. You can enjoy the pleasures and the joys of being a homeowner. If you have any specific questions about your specific home or your specific market, I'd be happy to answer any of those for you. This is just kind of a broad reaching report that the board publishes for everybody to see, and this is my interpretation of what these numbers mean. I'm so happy that you were able to join me today. Thank you for taking this time to watch this video, and if you like what you saw, please take the time to subscribe and make sure you don't miss any future ones. This has been a pleasure. It's Jim T. with Key, the realtor from BG, signing off from the White House in Bowling Green. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.